Hey everyone, so this is our video blog number 3 on mass media. I think between the readings as well as the video, there's lots of good takeaways from this week. In terms of the video, I think what shocked me the most was when there was a gentleman in the video that said how places like Iraq and Afghanistan have more women represented in their government than we do here in America. I think that shocked me for a couple reasons. One, because years ago we were putting our military and people from our country into countries in the Middle East to try to help their government. Yet now their government is more progressive than ours, and we don't see that as an issue. But again, like he said, if this information was put out to people, then maybe we'd see it as an issue. But of course, the video said how much we learn from media. So if it's not out there in media, how are we supposed to know? It said that the U.S. has 51% females, yet only there's only 17% of women in Congress. And I just think this is something that needs to be seen as a bigger issue, even going back, way back into the birth of our country. We were fighting for equal representation in government, yet now women are underrepresented, and there's no one, we're not fighting over that. I'm not saying that we should, be having a war because of it, but no one is standing up and saying, as a whole group, that this is such a big issue. I think what unfortunately didn't shock me in the video was how the young girls talked about how they felt about their body. The one girl said she's been worrying about her weight since she was in 5th grade. That's 10 years old. And one girl was like saying that she didn't understand why women weren't seen for their intellect and they were seen for just their bodies. And I think it's a big issue. I think as a woman who grew up when phones or smartphones and social media was becoming this big thing, I felt that pressure as well when I was younger. I was always heavier than my friends, and I always felt less than them because of that. Looking back, of course, it was a really sad way to think, but it was that pressure that I felt from the media and the magazines and everything that I was seeing that made me feel that way. As a teacher and a coach, I feel like I see that often now. I see girls all the time, calling themselves fat and ugly, and it's just really sad. And I think we as teachers and coaches need to be the ones to, be that mentor and tell them that that's not what you need to worry about. You are perfect the way you are, and that's great. I think I saw someone make a comment that we can, flood the media with all this positivity. I think that's definitely true. I think if there is a group of people that start to become really passionate about this, then we can, it depends on what we are posting, what we're saying, what we're watching, because all in all, if there is no supply, if there's no demand for this kind of, what we're watching or what we're buying, so if there's no demand for people buying magazines that are objectifying women, then the people who supply it are going to stop. It's all about these people making money. So if we as a society stop watching movies where they're objectifying women sexually, we stop buying magazines, and we stop making it okay, these companies are going to stop doing it because they're not going to be making money if there is no demand. So all in all, I think there's lots of good takeaways, but I just think it comes down to us as a group of people, and I say us, I mean a society, being more passionate about this and really seeing this as an issue and something that needs to change.